subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're gonna start discussing about your quantitative aptitude class, and that is your class over 220, and we had done your 219th class of the session in the last classes. So today we're gonna discuss about it. So before starting with the same, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go ahead with like, share and subscribe so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and you can also enjoy the video as well. Here this is your the first part of the quantitative aptitude. We had done your reasoning as well. You can go ahead with the playlist, you will figure it out, each and every question is there as well. In terms of your quantitative aptitude, this is your 18th topic that we are dealing with, that is your problems on trains. So as I told you, stay tuned with us. We will provide you each and every questions that is required by you, and if you are preparing for an examination your competition exam, you will be get each and every questions, type questions, and as well as the question paper as well. So let's go for it. We had deal with the data sufficiency type question today, that we had continued from the last class. Data shift sufficiency type question. Let's go for the next one. We will be discussing about your 221th question of the session. That is what we have to deal here. So 220th question that we deal with, we had done your 60th question in the last classes. So let's go for the same here, and that's what we go for it. So here for the same, we deal with the question that is your 61th question, because we had done your 60th question in the last classes. So let's go for the same, and which we discuss here in the detail about it. So the question here is here you have a tradition that how you have to solve the questions is each of the questions that is given below and consist of the statement and the question and the two statements that is numbered 1 and 2, and accordingly that give below it. You have to decide whether the data provided in the statement is or are sufficient to the answer to given question. You have to read both the statements. The first you have to answer the questions accordingly, that the first you will have to give the answer A if the data in the statement is alone are sufficient to answer the question, and while the data in the statement 2 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. The option B, you will choose if the data in the statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer the question, and while the data in the statement 1 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. You have to give the answer C if the data either in statement 1 or in statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer the question. You have to give answer D if the data even in both the statement 1 and 2 together are sufficient to answer the question. As well as you have to give the answer E if the data in the both statement 1 and 2 that are together are necessary to answer the question. So let's go for the C. You will choose first here. We choose A if the data in statement 1 alone are sufficient to answer the question, while the data in statement 2 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. Now you choose B. If the data in the statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer the question, while the data in the statement 1 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. Let's go for it. Now we go for the next one, that is the statement third. You will choose C. If the data either in statement 1 statement 1 or in statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer the question, you will choose D. If the data even in both statements one and two together are not sufficient to answer the question, you will choose E. If the data in both statements 1 and 2 together are necessary to answer the question. Okay, now we go for the question here. That is what we have to deal here. Although the question for the session of this type of a question that we have to deal here, and question is, a train crosses a signal post in x second. What is the length of the train? The first statement is the train crosses a platform of 100 meters in y seconds, and the second statement is the train is running at the speed of 80 kilometers per hour. This has been asked in the NABARD examination paper, so you have to answer accordingly. Let's go for the same. So here we go. Let's go for the next. We will discuss about third question. So the third question we have, a train crosses a signal a train crosses a signal post in x second. What is the length of the tree? The statement 1. So here we have for the statement 1 here, that is the train crosses a platform of 100 meters in y seconds. The second one we have the train is running at the speed of 80 km per hour. This is the question has been asking for the Nabarth question paper. Let's go for the solution here. So here let the length of the train be O meter. Let the length of the train in meters. Time taken to cross a single post. Equals to length of the train upon speed of train. X equals to L upon speed. Time taken to cross the platform equals to L plus 100 upon speed equals to L plus 100 upon speed. Thus, from 1 and 2 we find also second gives speed equals to 80 into 5 by 18 meter per second equals to 200 upon 9 meter per second. So thus the data in first or second alone are sufficient to answer the question. So the correct answer is C, which is the data in first or second are sufficient to answer the question. Thus the data one or two alone sufficient to answer the question. The correct answer is C. Let's go for the next one. That is the another question is your fourth question of the session that we deal in the next coming class, so that will be helpful for you. So that we discussed here. Okay, so thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on a comment session. And please like, share, and subscribe so that many and maximum people can get the information at once. And even though you can also enjoy the video as well. So thank you.